This is the hardest climb in the country according to quite a few people who have messaged me who have completed all the 100 climbs. Bwlch Y Groes, or the English version, Hellfire Pass. Just look around, it's absolutely stunning. But it's a 10 out of 10 climb, 2 miles, average is 12%, max is at 25%. This is going to hurt a lot, especially when I'm already 40 miles in and nearly 5,000 feet of climbing, and it's 27 degrees.
The start is easy before you hit a small area of trees where it kicks up by the only switchback in this climb, which reaches a steep 18% as you exit the switchback.
That inside bit there looks nasty. Avoid that at all cost.
This is already an extremely difficult effort and it has barely begun. I know at some point I'm going to have to use some of my mental tricks to get up this without walking. In hindsight, I should have started using them much earlier, but if you stay for the second half of this climb, I will show you one of my mental tricks I use to help get me up a climb when it feels too big and very overwhelming. Exit the tree shelter and then there's no more shade for the next mile and a half. So that 28 to 30 degrees is going to be sapping the energy out of me.
Not a bad view, is it?
And if you think that's a great view, it gets even better the higher you go up this climb. I get my bottle for a drink and it was the single best mouthful of water I have ever had. There is a story behind it. Earlier, I was at the bottom of Cadet Agiris Mountain car park, taking a selfie to send to a friend to reminisce about a nighttime hike we had up there. And my bike wouldn't stay still, so I used my second bottle to keep the wheels from rolling. But I forgot to pick it up and left it there, only realising 10-15 miles down the road in the Di-Fi forest. My only bottle is now empty and the cafe I had planned had closed down. In this rare Welsh heat, I was melting. Just before the start of this climb, there was a house and a couple outside enjoying the sun. I asked very kindly if they could please fill up my empty water bottle. Happily they said, but not only did they just fill it up, they loaded it with ice. And they also offered me a can of Coke. So kind of them and very much needed. They wished me luck up the climb and hoped I'd reach the top without walking. I said that I'd report back afterwards as I'm descending back down. They said please do and we'll refill your water bottle again. Absolute angels this couple were. I've always found in my time of need the Welsh public to be extremely kind and helpful. One of the big reasons why I love visiting Wales on my bike.
Because of the way I'm feeling and how much I've already done today. This bit, normally I'd go a bit harder on it, but I'm saving as much energy as possible, taking it easy. The aim is to just get to the top. Not try and do it in a good time, just get to the top. Ideally, without stopping.
The only reason I can still turn the pedals up this extremely challenging climb is because I have extremely easy gearing. If I used standard gearing, my cadence would be between 35 and 45 to be doing the same speed, which is not sustainable for me on a 2-mile climb. My cadence of 65 to 70 RPM is manageable, but just about at the moment. I'm deep into the red and really struggling with massive fatigue, and I'm starting to overheat.
Had to unzip there. Maybe wrong, but I think I can see the summit already. That's high. That's very freaking high.
Wrong. It gets higher and steeper around the bend.
Apparently this is the second highest pass in Wales. The highest being Gospel Pass, but that is so much easier than this.
That climb, Gospel Pass, is in the south by the border at Hay on the Wye. If you are interested in that climb, I'll leave the details of that climb in the description below. I'm really starting to physically struggle now. I've gone from chatty with the camera to I haven't spoken for 5 minutes and my cadence keeps dropping into the 50s. Starting to feel very overwhelmed by the size of this challenge and questioning myself, will I reach the top?
Oh god, this is hard. Not saying a lot. feel like I'm about to switch off. I'm hot, I'm tired, my back's hurting. We haven't even reached the steepest, evilest part yet. Halfway done, just under a mile left. It is absolutely stunning around here though, isn't it? Look at it. Oh, absolutely stunning. There's many more beautiful than this.
I'm looking forward to the descent back down so I can have a proper look around at the scenery without breathing out of my lungs. I'll show you the descent at the end of this video.
Into the ride, I am currently 41 miles in and 6,160 feet in. And it's 28 degrees. Oh, this is hot. I want that electric motor.
My heart rate has hovered around 150 beats per minute for most of this effort, but now it's quickly rising and has hit 170 beats. And what personally felt inevitable happened.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm about to cramp.
My right leg was another pedal stroke or two away from cramping up badly. With the severe level of effort put in and the salt loss from the sheer volume of sweat dripping off me in this heat, this was always going to happen. Especially as earlier on the calf was closed, so I couldn't replace my salt with a good bacon sandwich. I rest here for a few minutes and let the lactic acid leave my quads and come up with some kind of a mental plan to get to the top of this brute of a climb.
It's 2/3 of a mile left and the steepest part here. Or at least I think it is. Right, let's go again. There we go. Legs have calmed down. Ready for this suffering.
Now I'm moving again. The first thing I need to do is get over the steepest part of this climb. 25% on these fatigue legs are proper type 2 fun.
Oh, this is hard.
My heart rate is above 170 beats again. My cadence is in the 50s again. This is not sustainable for long without a strategy, as it is feeling way too overwhelming with how far I still have to cycle. So I decided to break it down into loads of mini checkpoints. So instead of the rest of this climb in one massive long effort, I had 13 much smaller checkpoints I had to get to, which felt much more manageable. Watch as I point them out as I pass each one.
Get to that next bend. Get to that next bend. Right, get to that next bend. What evilness is around the corner, which I can't see. Can I get to the end of the barrier? Get to the end of the barrier. Right, get to that ballast sign. Right, let's get to that triangle.
I have found using this trick of making the big goal of reaching the top into much smaller, more manageable goals to be very successful for me. This is because in my head I can compute that the next goal is achievable with little doubt in my head. The two key things to do is to make sure the next goal is so small it is achievable without doubt coming into your mind, and to not look further ahead than the current goal. The goal could be a physical thing like reach the next road sign, or it could be 10 more pedal strokes or cycle 20 more seconds, then do another set of 10 pedal strokes or 20 seconds, whichever works best for you.
Right, get to this road sign. Get to the next right bend. Right, let's get to that next road sign. Last third of a mile. Right, get to the next left bend. Jesus. Get to the next road sign there.
At this point, I now know I'm going to reach the top with no walking. I'm also looking forward to the view at the top over the other side of the climb and the descent back down, which remember I will show you at the end of the video.
Yeah, Baba. Right, around that bend is the summit. This has been an absolute mental slog. I'm glad I get to descend back down it so I actually get to enjoy the view properly, because I have not been able to focus on anything other than trying to survive here. That was incredibly hard, especially with what I've already done today and the heat. But we are here, we are done, ticked off, 1 foot down, but no walking. Good, I'll take that.
Time for a quick selfie and upload it to Instagram before time to descend back down and report to the lovely couple at the bottom. But halfway down the descent, I think I found someone very cute who was enjoying the descent more than me. Comment below who you think is enjoying the descent more, Andrew or the dog with his tongue hanging out. If you are much more confident than me at descending, this is a great descent to pick up some good speed as there is no junctions on this road. Navigate the only switchback near the bottom and you are back at the start. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time on Two Wheels.